Good motherfucking Tuesday, motherfuckers. It is officially 2/22/22. What it do? It is a portal day, and we have a lot to say tonight on motherfucking sports live with my dogs representing the 985 and the 225. EJ, the motherfucking DJ.
Yes, sir. Got to give the people.
Come on, sing that shit, dog. Sing that shit.
People what they want.
Come on, sing it from here, anime boy. Sing it from here.
Hey, got to give the people.
Come on.
Give the people what they want.
What they want, motherfucker. They want us. Now, kicking it to my dog, representing the 504 off the West Bank, the Rouse Clyde, Bumper Clyde, Jamaica, Beanie Man, aka Mr. Headquarters. What up, homie?
Clyde, what up, fellas? What's good with y'all?
Can't call it.
Two.
That's right.
It's all about the twos.
A bunch of twos.
2/22 on 2022.
On Taco Tuesday.
Hey, man. You already know what it is. It's the motherfucking podcast. Sports edition, motherfucking sports. And you already know what it is. You can always catch us. All our merch, all our content available at the motherfuckingpod.com. Make sure y'all check out our merch. I got the black and white hat on tonight. Get the motherfucking Noel edition hat like Thick Eye Bandit. Get the black and red like EJ the DJ, the dog tags, the shirts, the masks, the hoodies. Make sure y'all go get those motherfuckers. Support the crew, join the crew, and it only costs $1 to get exclusive content only available at the motherfuckingpod.com. So make sure y'all check it out and download all 59 episodes, 36 including the finale of season 3, and including season special feature episodes, including and ongoing and beyond on the motherfuckingpod.com. Check that motherfucker out.
That's right. Man, motherfucking sports, man. We had a lot to talk about over the weekend. It was NBA All-Star weekend. You had the HBCU Legacy Bowl. You have the USFL draft one real briefly. Also, you have some sports news that's happening in the NFL. A couple hires, a couple rumors that are going around right now. When it comes to potential trade talks, we did find out that the new deadline for the tags is March 8th. So NFL offseason for the tags, franchise tags, March 8th.
Gotcha.
So going out, man, this NFL season still providing information, but right now it's all about basketball. They took the main center stage over the weekend with the NBA All-Star game, Rising Star competition. Probably the worst dunk contest in the history of dunk contests.
The worst All-Star weekend in the history of All-Star weekend.
Damn, the worst All-Star weekend?
The game was okay, bro. The game had some moments in it, bro.
Yeah, they had some moments from this weekend, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't all bad.
Come on, man.
I like
Cat winning the 3-point contest. Come on, man.
I was about to say I enjoyed the 3-point contest.
I mean,
3-point contest had some drama in that motherfucker.
Don't get me wrong. I'll give props to Cat, showing that big men can actually shoot. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for that. But when you got Trae Young in the contest, I would have expected Trae Young to perform a little bit better than he did.
Yeah, CJ McCollum in that too. He was out in the first round.
Right. So I can't really say that it tops all of what I've seen before in the past. The dunk contest, I called it. I said Obi Toppin was going to win that thing.
Yeah, you did.
But it was a measure. But it was the measure of what they
were you impressed with the dunks? Let's get down to it. Let's get down to it. Let's talk about it right quick. Let's get down to it. Were you impressed with these dunks?
Play my song. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. No.
So let me ask you this, EJ and Beanie Man. You probably both of y'all probably some of the biggest basketball fans that I know. Looking back at the course of the dunk contest, where could we fix the problem? Is it because of the rising stars, or is it not the right type of dunkers that we're trying to utilize
No, I mean
here? Is it
it's
what's
simple.
going on?
Nah, it's simple. You don't have the right people in the All-Star. I mean, you don't have the right people in the dunk contest.
Exactly.
You need Ja Morant. You need people like Zach LaVine again, young stars, up and coming stars. If Zion Williamson was healthy, it would have been great to have him in there. Shit, throw some wild cards in there. Throw Giannis big ass in there. Shit. Have some fun with the damn dunk contest. Have more people than 4 people.
Yeah.
Actually make it a actual spectacle again. I don't know. I mean, the guy, the player, the athletes got to want to do it though. From what it looked like over the years,
That's the
sometimes they
problem
just
too, as
don't want to
well.
go do it.
And that's
And
the
with
problem.
LeBron has never done it, which is surprising. A
Right.
biggest star as he is, he's probably the biggest star to never go out and do the All-Star game. I mean the dunk contest that I can remember.
Right.
I mean, Kobe Bryant did it once in his Kobe Bryant
And
did
he
it
won
once in
it.
his career, and he
You know what
won
I'm
it.
saying?
So,
But see, my going into the dunk contest, to me, when you coming from being, a lower tier star and transitioning to a big tier star, to me, I've always likened the dunk contest into kind of like wrestling. When you win the Intercontinental Championship, that's kind of the finger pointing saying that he's gonna
Yeah.
be the guy coming up. Make sure
Yep.
y'all keep your eyeballs on him.
TV champ.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's kind of what the dunk
Yeah, it is.
contest was,
Yeah.
and how
It
it
is.
used to be signified. Like, if you one of the next names that's coming through here, going through the dunk contest and putting on the show and letting the people see what your skills are, that was this is gonna be that dude. But how y'all feel about mixing it in with like some of those y'all ever seen those specialist dunkers, or those sport dunkers who maybe go to like the little gyms and they have all these creative nice little dunks that you might see on Instagram,
Yeah.
on Facebook, or
Some of the
TikTok, or
N1
Twitter?
guys.
Yeah, like just a bunch of different
Right.
cats who doing like what if you do like the NBA versus the world? Like, you might have 3 or 4 guys who are professional dunkers and they have their creative set versus a couple of rising stars and 1 or 2 major stars, and had them go in a free for all going at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying anything to spice up the dunk contest.
But here's my thing when it comes to the dunk contest. I'll say it again. The greatest dunk contest I've ever seen was Vince Carter.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago.
But here's the thing I want to say between those past dunk contests and this one here now. You go look at Vince Carter. The theme was he was supposed to win it. That was a theme going around because everybody was saying he was the best dunker in that dunk contest. So he was supposed to win it. The thing that got everybody was how he won it. Nobody was thought that he was going to do the stuff that he did in that dunk contest. Like, he surpassed all expectations. I picked Obi Toppin to win this one. And I was not impressed with any of those dunks. Not one.
Wasn't impressed.
Because there was no wow factor. Now, you take in when Dwight Howard won the dunk contest a while back when they came to New Orleans.
Yeah.
It was a wow factor. It was how he did it.
I will say this. It is kind of harder nowadays to try to come up with something new and original. I get that. But like I said, I think when you put the best actual talent on the court,
yes,
you're going to get more eyeballs. You're going to get more drama and entertainment. So you put the right stars in there. If Ja Morant was out there, everybody would have been watching that motherfucker.
I would say Ja Morant. I would have said Jaylen Brown.
Jeremy Grant from Detroit.
Yeah.
Maybe
and another dunk contest.
Donovan Mitchell.
And another dunk contest that was actually very entertaining. Blake Griffin won that one.
Yeah.
No, don't stop. Stop. Now I gotta stop you right there. Stop.
Well, you wasn't a fan of the Blake Griffin?
Fuck no. Bruh, come on, man. Hey, I got to say this, man. Listen, and I'm gonna give Obi Toppin a small, simple shout out right quick.
Yeah, man, he still won.
I did like the dunk when he jumped over your boy and he went behind the back with it. You know what I'm saying? I did like that dunk.
Mhm.
But going into the Blake Griffin shit, if you're gonna bring out a fucking choir,
That was Kenny. That
and
was
you're gonna bring out
hold on.
and
Time
wait. Hold up.
You're not gonna blame that on Blake
Hold up.
Griffin. That was Kenny Smith.
Hold up.
Kenny Smith was the hype man.
Hold up, listen. As a part of his set,
Mhm.
you bring out a choir. You bring out a Kia Optima. If you're gonna dunk over a car, don't put the car under the basket. Well, when he dunked, he just put his feet on the hood of the motherfucker. He ain't dunk over shit. If you're gonna dunk over a car, dunk over that bitch.
Okay, I feel you.
They had a clip of dude in Africa. I don't know if y'all seen it. A video of dude trying to jump over a car. Smack the fuck out. I don't know if y'all seen that clip. And I will send it to y'all. It's just hilarious.
Your boy, the Black Mama, jumped over in Ashton Martin.
But what I'm saying though, dog, like if you're gonna jump over a car for a dunk contest and bring out a choir and make this big pageantry, jump over the motherfucking car. Man.
The choir was all Kenny. Who was his designated hype man in that?
Don't matter. Who's time for it to dunk?
Who was
the dunk time
Smith,
for?
Dog.
Who was the dunk time for?
It doesn't matter about who everybody else.
It was Blake.
And go look at that simple ass dunk. Go look at it. Go watch it. If y'all think I'm lying, go watch it. I'm not saying that it was impressive,
but it was still entertaining. It was still entertaining.
Let's be real though. There's a lot of guys out there that could bring some entertainment to the dunk contest.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So who else would y'all want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, we already named 3 of them: John Morant, Jaylen Brown, Grant from Detroit, and a 4th one.
Who my guy from the Minnesota Timberwolves, man, who dunk on everybody?
Anthony Edwards.
You got to, dog.
Donovan Mitchell.
No, Spider ain't dunking on niggas like that.
I ain't dunking on shot. He might surprise you.
He might surprise you.
I mean, he is a little shorter.
He might surprise you. Hell, Spud won the dunk contest, and he was the shortest motherfucker on the block.
Man, give me Aaron Gordon back. I still think he got some unfinished business with Zach
Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Believe it or not, Gary Payton II got some bunnies.
Okay.
Out there at Golden State. You know what I mean?
What about Giannis?
Too big.
Dwight
Giannis ain't gonna even lead the flow.
Dwight, come on. You can't say that. Dwight won. So
like
you've seen a big man.
Like, wouldn't you like to see a dunk contest where niggas get like dunked on, like trying to go for attempted block and just
But that's,
you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got a specialty dunk and try to block it and still get the.
But that's game dunks, though. That's game dunks.
Is that with the new stipulation you added? You got to have like a crowd of people trying to block it from you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to dunk on.
Look, bring Sean Kemp. I want to see Sean Kemp. I want to see Randy.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Speaking of, one of the dudes in a dunk contest this weekend had the shortest dude I've ever seen him have to jump over. I was like, that was an average ass height person. That was like shorter than me.
You can't bring nobody 5'8" and jump over him. That's not impressive. Now, shout out to Obi Toppin for wearing a Greg Anthony jersey. Nobody ever seen that in a while. You know.
No, what jersey?
He had a Greg Anthony jersey.
He had a Greg Anthony jersey on.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
He had the number 50.
Yeah, he had the 50 on. Shout. But the reason why I say shout out to Jay-Z and a bunch of other stars who, well, not Jay-Z specifically, but if y'all looked at the front row, it's Allstar.
It was the star-studded. It was star.
It's the Obi. That's how it is.
My goodness.
That's how it is. That's I seen.
But you know when a dunk contest is bad. When Shaq says, "I'd rather be somewhere else than this damn dunk contest," that's when you know it's bad.
So then the NBA need to impose certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you cannot have the rising stars in it, but you have to have some proven dunkers and some people with some track records that can draw. You know what I mean? If you're gonna make it an event, especially that's the
Bring
event
back
to
some
cap the
previous winners.
evening. Huh?
Bring back some previous winners.
Yeah, you know what? Just like when you playing Street Fighter 2 Turbo, you know what I'm saying? You gotta beat the Saggets. You gotta beat Dawson. You gotta beat you gotta beat Blanca. But you ain't been in no war until you fought Bison. Nobody ain't fighting Bison no more in a dunk contest.
Not at all.
Told you. You need LeBron in there. I don't care how old he is now.
Would he be more of an attraction, or would he be more of a competitive?
He would be more
dunker?
of attraction now at this point in the age.
LeBron still got hops. What you talking about?
I didn't say that he didn't.
We didn't say that he did at all.
Would you have him? Yeah, he's gonna be the main attraction. But would he put his whole heart and soul into putting on a show?
No.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think if LeBron actually managed to bring himself to it, I would say yes. I don't think he's gonna want to look bad in any kind of situation he stepped his foot on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even a dunk contest. If he actually says, "Hey, I'm gonna do the dunk contest," he's gonna put his best foot forward. He's gonna show out.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting him to go.
I say up to Andy. Dunk contest winner get $1 million.
Well,
shout
out to everybody. Go ahead.
Well, you could say $1 million to their charity of their call of their
Fuck
choice.
that. $1 million. You want these niggas to dunk? You put $1 million in their pocket if they can win it. Then you gonna see some shit. You gonna see niggas jumping off of fucking UFOs. You gonna see 720 dunks, nigga trying to dunk from the 3-point line. You'll see all kind of shit. Niggas jumping over a whole Kia Optima.
A Kia at that. Man, come on, you gotta find a better car to jump
man.
over. Shit.
Like if you gonna jump over, you want to impress me, nigga, jump over a Silverado.
So if he would have jumped over Silverado instead of that Kia, he would have had you there.
Nigga, it's a truck.
Right.
You could dunk over a Tahoe or a Suburban or Expedition. You impressing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm 5'6". I can't dunk. I can lay up real nice. You know what I'm saying? I hit you with a knife. But that's all you getting out of me. I can't jump over shit.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Big J. Shout out to Uncle Malik.
Yo.
Shout out to 1777 memorabilia.
Yo.
Welcome to the crew. But yeah, Big J said worst dunk contest ever.
Agreed.
And we need more than one type of dunker to make the contest more good.
Agreed.
So I mean, more than just 4 people. And then they got a limit amount of attempts too. I mean, just watching them miss after miss after miss after miss.
Hey, 2 misses,
that shit is annoying.
Down.
Yeah, that shit is annoying.
That's it. 2 misses, sit your behind down. You ain't
lower the goal. You remember back in the day we used to get a broomstick and lower the fucking goal? Remember that shit? Man, it ain't click right, man. What you talking about? Hold on.
Shout out to Carl Anthony Towns for winning the 3-point contest.
Yes.
The first center, I believe, winning the 3-point contest, right?
Yeah. Hey, the Minnesota Timberwolves got a small history of doing big things in All-Star weekends. Isaiah Ryder, Zach LaVine, Carl Anthony Towns. So hey, I didn't
Hopefully
pick.
They can bring that success to the fucking playoffs.
That's another story.
If it wasn't for the Dwight Howard Superman dunk, Gerald Green would have actually won that dunk contest.
Yeah,
Minnesota Timberwolves need Spreewell back if they go.
The prop alone won that for Dwight. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Then look who he was going up against, yo. Don't forget, let's not act like Nate Robinson didn't push this nigga to the limit.
Yeah, he did.
You want to talk about a small dunker who bring Nate back in, man? Nate got some bunnies with him.
Yep.
Now we can leave Nate Way yet.
Come on, man.
Night, Nate.
Come on,
He
man.
got his ass knocked out. We don't want to see Nate right now.
Man. Shout out to Nate Robinson. That's
Shout
my
out to
dog.
Nate,
Night,
man.
Nate.
One of the greatest Michael Jordan shoe collections of all time. Nate Robinson.
Night,
Yeah, no doubt.
Nate.
Nah,
But yeah,
look at
man, we also had CJ McCullough, and then he got just having somebody with a Pelican uniform involved with the All-Star weekend was great to me. You know, you had him and Herb Jones. He didn't get past the first round, but shit, still he had the damn jersey on out there.
I thought Herb
causing
was going a little
problems.
further than what he did, though. I can't lie. You a 3-and-D player. That's what you do here in New Orleans, man. Come
I thought he was
on,
gonna do
man.
better. I thought he was gonna do better too. I think he only scored 19.
You thought
That's why he's here. You here to play defense and shoot threes.
you thought
Nothing else.
Well, I wouldn't call him you ain't getting CJ for his defense as much. But you damn sure looking for him to score at least 30 points, though. That's for sure.
Man.
Yep.
But yeah, speaking of other things going on, you had Herb Jones in the skills challenge. I mean what they call it, the skills challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the rookies and the first year players.
Just do away with the skills. Just do away with the skills challenge.
Wow,
Actually,
man,
the
you know,
skills
like
challenge is actually pretty cool, man.
yeah, that shit was kind of cool.
You said it was
It's
straight
something
comedy.
What you mean? It's something to watch. Like, yeah.
This year was straight comedy. You know that.
This all the
Man,
all those
it'd be
whole
fun to
All-Star
laugh
weekend.
at it.
This All-Star
that?
weekend with it.
It was straight comedy, bro. This weekend was straight comedy. That's all this was.
Hey.
Straight comedy.
Shout out to Swing Cash.
Yep. Shout out to Swing Cash.
Honor if we all don't know by now, Swing Cash is a real high position with the Pelicans organization and was now nominated to the WNBA Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Was she going as a member of the Shock?
What
I'll pull it up.
I believe so. It's whoever she spent the longest time with her career is. Usually.
But somebody in the Pelicans organization, you know, getting ready to be
the Shock.
All right.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to be immortalized. And that say a lot for having females in the front office of these NBA franchises. And hopefully you'll see Spoon. You know, hopefully Spoon will be the next.
Oh, Spoon will be the next one. Spoon will definitely.
Teresa Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spoon will be the next one. She's going in. Trust me. She's going in.
Now, swinging into the game itself.
The All-Star game. All-Star game was crazy, man. I mean, you already know there's not gonna be a lot of defense played until like maybe towards the end.
I like these rules though, bro. I like these rules. You know what I'm saying? The collective points, and at the end of the quarter, you start it over, and so on and so forth until the fourth quarter. I like that because at the end of the game, when the game started to get into the 140s, the 150s, you started seeing this thing called defense. There was a little competition.
Giannis is definitely. That's what I love about Giannis, though. He definitely was trying to play defense. He even blocked Chris Middleton's shot for going
his
up
own
for a layup.
teammate. Damn near killed him. Damn near took his head off.
No mercy.
Hey, LaMelo Ball pass.
Oh yeah, that was. You talking about that behind the back?
Oh, with the alley.
Yeah, LaMelo got some talent, bro. In his first All-Star game, you had Team Durant against Team LeBron. LeBron is undefeated in this fucking format, this new format, when they just pick players and stuff like that.
When your first pick is Steph Curry, game over.
Right. His first pick was Steph Curry.
Bro, he had the cheat code. He had Steph. He had Giannis. Like, come on now.
His first pick was Steph Curry. That was game over.
KD was doomed.
You had Steph, Giannis, and LeBron on one squad. Like, come on. Who gonna beat that?
And Steph Curry shooting from section 328.
Yeah,
he
was going ham in this game.
He was going.
Nigga shooting threes from the
MVP of the
parking
game.
lot.
MVP
He was
of the
getting
game.
anything he wanted.
And he got a 50 burger on him.
Yeah,
He dropped 50 in an All-Star game.
yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
Got the
Score
first
50 easy.
got the first ever Kobe Bryant MVP
Yep.
trophy that they unveiled at the All-Star game,
Now
which I
that
thought was pretty dope.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope as well. That's a good way to honor him. That was a good one to honor him.
Hey, B, I know you seen it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking too deep. I can't help it. My glass is real thick. I see shit differently. I apologize. But was it me or when Brian hit that game-winning shot in Cleveland? He looked at that crowd.
Who hit it?
When LeBron hit the game-winning shot, when they scored 163, and he did that fadeaway, that MJ fadeaway, it scored the game-winning shot.
That's exactly
Cleveland.
what it was. The MJ fadeaway.
No doubt. Did you think in his mind at that point in time, he was like, fuck.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
I could be back here.
Now, you know how much of a LeBron fan I've been.
In Cleveland. Right? Go ahead.
You know how much of a LeBron fan I've been all the way up until you went to LA.
You still a fan. Shut up.
But this is gonna be the biggest moment he's had from this point on. As long as he's in LA. That ship has sailed in LA. As far as them winning, in my opinion. Unless they trade Anthony Davis, and that ain't happening.
Nope.
Or unless they trade LeBron, which that might happen. That might happen. That's an actual possibility.
They definitely
for another
traded
story.
Russell Westbrook.
But that's for another story.
I think he's gonna end his career in Cleveland, but that's another story.
But LeBron and them hitting that game winner to win the All-Star game in Cleveland. You know, he was the host probably after the fucking game and everything else.
Imagine the party.
Shout out to LeBron.
The thoughts was in Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to LeBron for the epic shaking move from the groupies that was chasing him at a mall.
Man, that's talent.
The boy went down the wrong escalator just to get away from the groupies, and they dumbasses really tried to follow him in heels.
They ain't had no drawers on either.
None.
LeBron is a true GOAT, man. After Jordan. But anyway.
Don't dodge the thirst. Dodge the thirst.
Dodge the thirst.
Then potential rape charges. You don't want that shit.
Hey, man.
You a star, keep your money in your pocket. Fuck these hoes.
Yeah, unless you gotta be like Drake and keep some hot sauce ready in the
bro.
Some hot sauce in the bathroom. But look. Also, man, speaking of All-Star weekend, speaking of somebody who was getting some action though, MJ was still balling out there in the fucking, you know what I'm saying? He ain't on the court no more. But that nigga still the MVP. You know what I'm saying?
He can still grip the
you know what I'm saying? He can grip a basketball like anybody, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was grabbing Mary J. Blige like he was back on the court. Yo, look. We were talking about before we got started recording, man. Look. Mary J., there was a video went out of him and her, like, you know, they were just, you know, old friends, but like
conversation.
Yeah.
Old time.
Catching up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
How you been? How you mama?
I'm gonna say it like this. I think MJ just has big hands. You know what I'm saying? You know, his hands are so big, you just, you know, accidentally cupped all over her ass.
And apparently,
and I understand it. I understand it.
And
so, you know what I'm saying? I see no foul. My bad.
And apparently Mary J. Blige didn't mind those big hands.
It's Michael Jordan, bro.
I mean, hey, they good friends, man. Why wouldn't you?
Hey, you know the offense he was running? Phil Jackson only run one offense. Hey, run the triangle. That's what he's trying to get. Triangle. Scotty. Run that offense, man. Scotty.
Hey, shout out to MJ always scoring, bro.
Scotty.
You know what I'm
saying? In clutch moments, he rises to the occasion.
But what else, man? You talked about the HBCU
Gotti.
Legacy Bowl that went down
Yes.
in New Orleans too.
Yes. Yoma
Shout out
Stadium.
to that.
Yes. It was at Yoma Stadium this weekend, 3:00 game. HBCU All-Star game from the SWAC and the MEAC got together. Gail Benson was in the Saints organization hosting. Your favorite quarterback, your partner,
Patrick Patrick Mahomey, you know what I'm
Patrick
saying,
Mahomes.
was the
Homeboy.
founding partner of the game too. So he
Yeah.
was in attendance as well. Shout out to
Yeah.
him.
Just to see the HBCUs being well represented, especially in football from this past year.
Yeah.
You're starting to see a lot of these HBCUs sign NIL deals. So you're starting to see a little bit more money pumped into these schools. You're starting to see the spotlights with these coaches and some of these top acquisitions when it comes to now the transfer portal and also just straight on full on recruiting. Now HBCUs have their own combine for the NFL, which is dope. So now these cats are starting to get a little bit more exposure, and now adding on an all-star game, which didn't happen prior to. Man, if you were a high school athlete and you haven't gotten that LSU letter, that Georgia letter, that Alabama letter, that Oregon letter, that Michigan letter, man, don't sleep on Jackson State. Don't sleep on Texas Southern. Don't sleep on Southern. Don't sleep on Grambling, Florida A&M, Bethune-Cookman. Don't sleep on North Carolina A&T. You know what I'm saying? They got some plot spots that y'all can go. Don't forget about Alabama State. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about Pine Bluff. You know what I mean? Like they got some places where you can go and get a lot of exposure. You know what I'm saying? And with this HBCU bowl, it was a blowout. The score was 22-6, but still, I mean, they came down to New Orleans, had a good time, put on the show, and I just think it's dope, man. The needle for HBCUs is moving upward.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and shout out. Go ahead, EJ.
Absolutely. I 1000 agree, 1000% agree on that subject, but I will add on to this. Now it's coming to, now it's becoming apparent to where if you are an NFL, if you are a high school athlete and you're looking to go to that next step as a college athlete and possibly into the NFL, now you have a plethora of choices because now it becomes basically on talent. If you are that dude, trust me, they will find you. All you got to do is do you, put on a show, do you, and make sure you do you the right way. They will find you. And now it's become apparent that, hey, you could go to a Power 5 school if you want to, but you still got some athletes as HBCUs, and they will find you.
Shout out to the team names that they have for the game. After Team Gaither and Team Robinson, after former HBCU head coaches. And shout out to the players from Louisiana that was on the teams as well, from 2 from Southern and 1 from Grambling, Marcus McLean, receiver. We also had Ladarius Skelton, running back from Southern, and you had Jordan Ohufu, offensive lineman from Grambling State. So shout out to them 3 representing the state of Louisiana too, in the HBCU Legacy Bowl down in New Orleans. And not to mention that we got the HBCU All-Star basketball game coming up in April, also in New Orleans too. So
at UNO.
At UNO. So that's gonna be dope. A lot of HBCU love coming down from all the way down in New Orleans. So that's dope.
Yes, indeed. Hey man, when the city of New Orleans is the spot for everything college related, and on top of that, the NCAA tournament concludes with the Final Four here in New Orleans. So when it comes to college sports, New Orleans is the spot to be. basketball from HBCU to the major schools for the NCAA tournament. Man, we still got a ton of NBA basketball left here in New Orleans. So if y'all locked in wherever y'all are, if y'all Pelicans fans, if y'all not Pelicans fans, give us y'all predictions for the NBA season. How do y'all see the NBA season playing out from here, going into the playoffs? You know, and with seating and everything like that. Headquarters, when we was in pre-production, you were talking about the NBA standings. So where we stand at right now, bro?
Yeah, so all the way out in the East right now, we got the Heat, the number 1 seed right now. So the first half of the NBA season is over with the Heat at number 1, the Bulls at number 2, tied for number 1 really. But the Heat are the tie-breaking 1 seed. The Sixers are number 3, Cavs at 4, Bucks at 5, Celtics at 6, the Raptors at 7, and the Nets at 8. And the two playing teams is the Hornets and the Hawks. And all the way in the West, you got the Suns, which you have CP3 is gonna be out. Chris Paul is gonna be out from 6 to 8 weeks with the injury. But they're still the number 1 seed, 6.5 games up on the Warriors, who's the 2 seed, followed by the Grizzlies, the Jazz, the Mavericks, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, and the Clippers. And the 2 last play-in teams right now is the Lakers and Blazers, with the Pelicans following behind at the 12th seed at
2
the
games
moment.
back.
2 games back at the 10th seed, 6
they're
games
behind
back at the
San
8th seed.
Antonio. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, they're right under San Antonio.
They just got to make it to 10. That's all. Just get to 10. Get to 10. Play the game. Win what you got to win to get in. Just get to 10. And hell of a segue there, EJ to DJ and headquarters. Speaking of, you want to unveil the big news of the day, Mr. Headquarters, when it comes to our beloved New Orleans Pelicans and the latest that we've heard about our number 1 superstar?
Right. So CJ McCollum was interviewed during All-Star weekend by the TNT crew, and Kenny Anderson asked me, like, have you talked to Zion Williamson yet since you've been traded to the team? And he was like, nah, I haven't heard from him directly, but I've heard from people from around him, and pretty much saying that he ain't heard from that nigga. And nobody's reached out on Zion's camp side. So obviously that looks weird to everybody else from the outside. Because in a way a lot of people have put it in the NBA world is that it's kind of like unheard of for a young guy to not reach out to a new guy that got traded to the team, especially a guy, borderline all-star like CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum got a lot of respect.
That's a real player right there.
Got a lot of respect. One of the best 50 players in the league. And for Zion not to reach out is kind of like
slap in the face.
It's a warning sign. It's a red flag. And we talked about this too. Zion did the same thing before the season started. Yep. He didn't reach out to BI and the shooting coach. I'm blanking on his name right now. Fred Vincent. Fred Vincent and Brandon Ingram, pretty much ghosted him during Vegas when he was doing summer league. And apparently there's a lot of stuff going on that it just looks like Zion just doesn't want to be here. At least that's what it looks like. He ain't say that. I said this weeks and weeks ago. I said that Zion, I think the Pelicans should probably trade him. And I know that when I said that, that was like a couple months ago when the season had just first started. And there was all these issues about him and David Griffin and this, that, and the third. David Griffin playing piano and all that bullshit. Cut your losses, because
while you still can, while the value for this nigga is
still. Let's be real.
If he ain't caring.
Let's be real. He doesn't want to be here.
No.
And I wouldn't be, and this is me saying this. I'm saying this, and I actually believe this. I don't have no sources or none of that. I really believe this.
It's just real nigga shit.
I think he already asked for a trade privately, behind the scenes.
He probably did.
I think so. I think that was the whole reason why he went to Portland in the first place. He went with no personnel from the Pelicans went with him to Portland. He went by himself with a private doctor. And now they're saying that he needs potentially surgery, a second surgery, to clean up any more cartilage. He's already hasn't been talking to the team, like talking about. I think David Griffin didn't even know about the injury that he had, kind of similar to like the Michael Thomas situation. When but it looked like, and then David Griffin lied to the media, and that made it worse. So it just made
you saw that cheese of a smile he gave in that media session.
It made David Griffin look bad, and it made Zion look bad. It made everybody involved look bad.
Did you see the cheese? Did you see how fake that smile was when he was smiling on that press conference?
To my Zion?
Yes.
That one time that we saw him? Yeah. For media day, that was before the season started.
I said that was so fake.
But the thing about it, I can just remember Charles Barkley watching NBA on TNT when, the minute we drafted him.
Yep.
Saying, if he don't get his body under control, he will have injury after injury, and you're not going to be able to see what this man can be capable of. And unfortunately, everything that this man said came to be. And we as a fan base, and we speaking like this because we fans, we want to see our Pelicans win. We want to see them productive. We want to see a playoff caliber basketball team. But when you have a situation when AD roll out, and we all know what AD's story was in LA after, but from a fan standpoint, when he leaves and goes into the bubble with LA and wins a championship, then we get our next saving grace to come in and say, all right, well, AD, all right, whatever, go on about your business, handle your business. We got a star of a greater magnitude, of a higher caliber magnitude with Zion. He got the Drew Brees keys to the city.
Yeah, remember that?
You remember?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Now, Zion's going to forever be linked to Ja Morant. Going back to Ja Morant.
Ja smoking, bro. That dude smoking.
Zion was the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Was the number 1 pick. Ja was the number 2 pick. Now, the big difference was, now remember when everything was going down, right? Anthony Davis wanted out. Drew Holiday was still on the team. You had a whole bunch of other trade pieces still on the team at the time. You knew you had to trade Anthony Davis at the bare minimum. You had a new team president came in. You had a whole slew of shit on your table. Yeah, you had a lot of work to do walking in as team president for the Pelicans in 2019, but you had the most best scenario laid out for you. You had the number 1 overall pick with 2 career-changing athletes coming in. You had the choice to pick 1 or 2. Then you had to trade away Anthony Davis, which means you was getting more in return. Then you had Drew Holiday, which you knew in the beginning. If you didn't know this, that you was gonna have to trade Drew Holiday eventually, you were stupid.
Talk about it. I'm
just being honest. He did not fit the timeline of the players that you was going to be already drafting that was going to be potentially the leader of this team. Yeah, he was a nice transition veteran guy, but you should have traded him in 2019. You should have started fresh. You should have did exactly what Memphis did. Memphis went and hired Taylor Jenkins in 2019. He was 34 years old. He was a young coach to grow with your young players. They, in return, on the Pelican side, said, hey, let's hold on to the previous coach. Nothing against Alvin Gentry, but he just didn't fit the timeline. He came from an old style of the original style that they try to play now.
That's fair.
Then, on top of that, he was already in his 60s.
True.
Mid-60s when he was on the team. And now, you already knew he was not going to be the full-term future for those young players. Then you fire him the next season, which made no sense, which means the first season was just a complete wash, a waste of time.
That was it.
So then you waste 1 year with your brand new star player. Then year 2, then you hired the wrong fucking guy in Stan Van Gundy. Now you wasted year 2. So now you're in year 3 and you have to finally you got the right coach. The problem is you wasted 2 seasons already of a star talent. And now you don't know if he's injury prone or not, or if he just, maybe he just take care of his body and is like, you know what, I'm gonna just wait this out. Because I don't have to play.
I don't think he's taking.
You don't have to play. It's unprecedented but think about it. He's already got close to $100 million in endorsement before he even played his first game. If you ain't do right by him on the court or behind the scenes, you're gonna lose him. So now you're in a position that now you probably have to trade him now. Fine. Because now you have B.I. Brandon Ingram who wants to be here. CJ McCullough got traded, wanted to be here.
He wanted to be here.
You have Jonas Valanciunas, wants to be here.
Yeah.
You got to find
cats like Jose Alvarado. We know how we feel about him.
Zion and build around B.I. and CJ. I would say primarily B.I. should be the prize prospect that you need to build into a superstar. Yeah. He is a borderline all-star. He has a few things that he needs help with. You need to build him into a star. He can be built into a star. CJ is a borderline all-star. He is a good number 2 guy. Number 2, maybe number 3 guy. Build around that.
And he gives you that veteran presence.
If Zion ain't the guy, and if Zion don't want to be here, then move him out.
Yeah.
Period. At this point.
And see, the thing about it is with a team like the Pelicans, is just like y'all said, and y'all alluded to this. You got to find players that want to be here, that want to make this work.
That's what makes the culture.
That's what makes the culture speaks for itself. If you get players that do not want to be here, it's not going to work at all. Even if they get drafted, if they don't want to be here, they don't want to be here.
Yeah.
You could tell Zion during the draft was surprised that New Orleans got that number 1 pick.
Well, I mean,
he was banking on going to New York. Let's just be honest.
I look at it this way. I wouldn't say I was surprised that New Orleans got that selection. But what I am surprised about is that not only did we get this selection, think about how we've been put together. We got the pick, the incitement flood in, the city of New Orleans embraced this man.
Pelicans fired all
that's what they do. That's what New Orleans does, though.
They fired all their marketing people.
Bruh, like
remember that?
Like we got sold a pipe dream. But here's the thing: his first season coming in, the preseason, he ripping the ball out of niggas' hands. He's stealing the ball from niggas.
Out of Giannis' hands.
He dunking on niggas.
Yes.
He playing bully ball. He playing real bully ball with grown ass men. So we like, oh shit, we about to have something here. And then click, clack, clap, injured. Fuck y'all niggas. Peace.
But it's like you said. But it's like you said, the guy this.
Here's something to think in perspective, right quick. Zion has played in 3 seasons less games than Joel Embiid, but he's also played less games than Greg Oden. So,
wait. Can we remind niggas about Mr. Ohio State getting drafted in the first round, going to the Portland Trail Blazers? Greg Oden.
Greg Oden was drafted right before Kevin Durant.
He was 76 years old going into the draft.
Look, man, look.
Am I wrong?
I hope it's not the same thing. No, you ain't wrong. The nigga look old as shit.
Yeah, he was.
The crazy thing is, though, which one is Zion going to end up being? Is he going to be Greg Oden or Joel Embiid?
I prefer Joel Embiid because that motherfucker playing like MVP right now.
Hell yeah. So hopefully he ends up in B Joel Embiid. Even if he doesn't end up being on the Pelicans, I hope the dude ends up having a great career because he's good for NBA. You know what I'm saying? But even if it's not in New Orleans, that's fine with me.
But you gotta find players that want to be here.
But he also got to grow up too.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that. I want a nigga that won't come down here to New Orleans and play ball and lead us to the potential playoffs. And hopefully we can see us in the NBA finals one day. Like that'll be a dream. Like we never see the Saints. We never thought that we see the Saints in the NFC Championship game, let alone Super Bowl. We would like to see the same thing with the fucking Pelicans.
I would love to see the Smoothie King should have fucking the blender, full packed house. What? You know, going crazy. The atmosphere in the Smoothie King's gonna be crazy. So I mean, we went a couple weeks ago. So hopefully we will get to see that before we get too goddamn old to see it. So but that's it for that, man. Unless you'll have more to add with the NBA side. Did we have any extra NFL news?
Yeah, there's a rumor. Not saying that it's a big time rumor or eye opening rumor or that is even valid. Right. There are talks about Aaron Rodgers potentially being a Denver Bronco. You know, there was a statement that was put out to the people of Green Bay. If you read it, it sounds like the nigga rolling out.
Oh, he pieced out. He not going back to Green
1,000. There's other open rumors that there was a fallout with Tom Brady and Bruce Arians, and that he may come out of retirement and become a San Francisco 49er.
Which means, Jimmy Garoppolo will be moving.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Tom Brady going home. That's where he's from. He's from Northern California.
Yep. Unfortunately, Jimmy Garoppolo has been linked to the Saints. I don't know if
I've heard about that one. That's not one I want to see. Y'all already know who I want.
Fuck no, I don't want to see that. You know how I feel about Garoppolo. I don't want to see him in the Saints jersey. Jesus, please don't let that happen.
But they also have been talks that the Carolina Panthers are showing a heavy interest in old Kirk Cousins.
Okay, that's cool.
I would love to see that in our division.
I'm cool with that. That's fine.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Arthur Blank said, Matt Ryan ain't going nowhere. Man, and I'm like, yes.
But like, man, the NFL.
He's thinking up Atlanta.
Fuck Atlanta.
Right.
Shout out to the strip clubs, Lemon Pepper Wings, Martin Luther King, Waffle House.
Chocolate City. The Chocolate City.
Low grade 8.
D4L, all of them. Shout out to all y'all.
And the low grade 8s, of course.
But no, we hate the Falcons. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Atlanta Hawks is all right. But look, also you had some USFL news, right?
Yeah. The USFL draft was today, and the New Orleans Breakers, man, they handled their business today, man. They handled their business. I'm the only person on the planet who's excited for the USFL, which is okay. I'm the first nigga on the bandwagon. Everybody else is followers. You dig? But man, we got some nice picks, man. If you want to recap day one, our first pick was Kyle Slaughter, quarterback. Spent a little time in Minnesota with the Minnesota Vikings. Davin Bellamy in round 2. Henri St. Amour in round 3. James Folston Jr. and Nigel Chavis was round 4. Round 5, Paul Adams. Donnell Green was round 6, and so on and so forth. Man, we had a hell of a day one. Day 2 on tomorrow. We'll see who we pick up. Man, this thing's 35 rounds.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn. It's a 35 round draft. Rounds 1 through 12 was today. It went quick.
On TV?
No. Okay. Via Twitter. It's all via Twitter. But I'm excited to see what kind of brand of football. Unfortunately, all the games are in Birmingham at Memorial Stadium this year.
And you know what? That ain't a far drive, by the way.
Now it's only 4.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you.
I'll go to a Breakers game. I have no problem taking a quick road trip. I know how to get to Birmingham. 59, take 59 north to 459, cut through Hoover, and go straight up to Birmingham. Man, we can get
I
there.
went there for Hurricane Ida. I know the city very well now.
You passed up a big ass Nissan plant and a big ass Mercedes Benz plant on the way up there.
I will say this. They have a really cool geez, I'm blanking on the name of the museum. I went to it. But a lot of Black history there. Definitely go check out Birmingham, Alabama if you ever get a chance to. Great city to visit. I was very surprised. I ain't gonna lie.
Alabama knows how to party. Alabama knows how to party.
I don't know.
You heard him.
My bad. I shout out to Big J. I missed one of his questions. He asked us, do y'all think if Bronny is drafted by the Pelicans, will LeBron then join the Pelicans?
LeBron did say he's not going to retire until he plays with his son in the league. That was his words.
And
that would be
point,
hilarious.
It's not about the money. It's about the mere fact that I want to play 1 year with my son.
Hey, bro, who has ever done that? Not nobody. That's history. And if he can do it, please make that history as a Pelican.
I mean, it's done once in baseball with King Gifford and King Griffey Jr., and that's about it. But other than that, basketball, no, it's never happened.
Hey, man.
Yeah, King Griffey Jr. stole a fly ball from his dad. Like, imagine if Bronny caught an alley from his dad, or you know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope.
That first assist. But yeah, man. Shout out to the USFL. I mean, over under 5 games before they close the doors.
I'm gonna say they're gonna get through a whole season. The whole thing, my thing is, can they get through a season unlike the XFL or the AAF before them?
Is that a bottle bet?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna over under 5 games. The USFL is gonna last more than 5 games. Headquarters say they not.
I said about 6 games they'll be done. You said they're gonna make the whole season.
I'm gonna say they're gonna make the whole season.
All right, well, EJ, you want in on this?
Hell to the no.
Oh no.
What if it's an entertaining brand of football though? You know what I mean? This brings me joy in so much occasion. I love football.
Is that a second bottle bet?
You're fucking right. I'm gonna bet the motherfuckers. Me, I have zero fear. But I'm just saying though, man, as a football fan, you know, everybody's dream is to make it to the NFL, undoubtedly. You know, if you grew up playing football.
Yeah.
But if you have the college career or if you were in the NFL and it didn't span out, hopefully this is a place that you can go other than Canada where you can still play professional football and get paid to do something that you love to do.
Right.
I always said there should be a second league. I was banking on the AAF. It didn't happen. I was banking on the XFL, the reboot. It didn't happen. Because I always feel as though we know when we watch football, we know when we see guys out there who normally don't see the field, we're like, man, if they had a little bit more development, if they saw the field a little bit more, you'll see flashes. Like, think about this. And no disrespect to this player. I think Marquez Callaway is a hell of a wide receiver in NFL, and he will be. But right now, and based upon what we saw this year, Marquez Callaway is a top-tier third-string wide receiver based upon what we've seen on the field with our quarterback play and our wide receiver play. You send that man like him to the USFL, he's a fucking star.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Send him to the USFL, he's gonna dominate probably.
Goddamn right. But what I'm saying is though, man, like cats who just don't make the league or whatever, who can't get to the league, and you still want to further your career, here's an opportunity. USFL, do your part. Don't Vince McMahon this.
And look, I said what I said. I'm gonna give it 6 games.
Not a bet.
They're not making a full season.
I like Crown.
But I hope they do.
He like Henny.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate the last bottle. I owe you a bottle.
That was a big motherfucking bottle.
I owe you a bottle. But I appreciate my last Henny bottle. So yeah.
That motherfucker weighed
When I
like
win, I
3
would
pounds.
like that.
No, that been weighed like 10 fucking pounds. That big heavy ass bottle, goddamn. Nah, listen. I like Crown, ladies and gentlemen who watch.
We know.
Benny, headquarters like Henny. EJ didn't bet, so he don't get any.
Occasionally, I occasionally, you know what I'm saying, Don Julio will be a nice substitute.
Tequila.
You know what I'm saying? Top shelf, you know. But look, man, unless y'all got anything else, man, that's gonna be a wrap for this edition. As you already know, check out all 59 episodes available now. That's including 36 full main episodes, a whole bunch of special feature episodes. Go download those motherfuckers. They're available on all audio podcast platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, the Black Podcast app, and make sure y'all subscribe to this YouTube channel so y'all can also catch all the videos that we're gonna be putting out for this motherfucker. Follow us on IG and TikTok. Make sure you join the crew. It only costs $1. You know what I'm saying? Do something strange for some change, as Thick Eye Bandit would say.
Hey,
Make sure you check out and be on the lookout for the nipple Oreos produced by EJ. So make sure y'all follow us on the motherfucking pod.com. Get the merch, get the black and white hat, get the black and red one like EJ the DJ, get the NOLA edition like Thick Eye Bandit, get the mask, protect yourself from a Marion, get the motherfucking shirts, get the motherfucking hoodies, get the dog tags, everything exclusively only on the motherfucking pod.com.
Make sure y'all buy that shit, motherfuckers.
Hey, you already know what it is. It's the motherfucking pod.
Excuse me. Put the lime in the coconut. Hey, check that sports news out there. What you think about that, Beak?